My name is Spencer Pilkington, and I'll be presenting the gallery method for Team 7's controlled blinds. Of the 8 concepts that we generated, we decided in the concept combination table that we would be the 3 subfunctions would be letting in a certain amount of light. So we decided on a traditional blind, curtain blind, and an overlapping blind. The second subfunction would be locking it in place, so the blinds will stop after motion. The first friction pin, then a pinch latch, and then a locking wheel. And the third subfunction being the type of motor, either a servo or a linear actuator. So the first concept that we came up with was the only string. So it would be an only string blind where the servo motor would be mounted on the wall. I would use a pinch latch to stop motion, and it would be for traditional blinds. The second concept was the rod controller, where the servo motor would control the rod. It would be mounted on the wall for traditional blinds, and it would use a friction pin to stop motion. The third being a wall-mounted servo motor that uses bevel gears to control the tilt. This would use a pinch latch to stop, and it would be for traditional blinds. The fourth would be a no worm rod. So inside the mechanism of regular blinds, there's a worm rod and gear that wouldn't be in here. It would use a servo motor and a locking wheel, and it would be for traditional blinds. Next, the vertical blinds. So this is just, instead of normal blinds, they're stacked vertically, and it would use a linear actuator as the motor and a friction pin. And it would be traditional, just vertical. Next, we decided on a multi-shaft, so it would have a motor that uses differential gears to be able to control 2 shafts. It's for traditional blinds. It has 2 pinch latches, one for the shaft that controls raising and lowering it, and one for the tilt, and it would be using a servo motor. Um, Next, we have the curtain blinds. So the curtain blinds are its own subfunction, as you can see, under the letting in a certain amount of light. Um, the curtain blinds would use a locking wheel and a servo motor to control them. And finally, we had the overlapping panel, which would use a friction pin and a servo motor.